Why is resilience important even in filmmaking? It's about thriving in the face of adversity, no matter what. I will also get to things I learned from it and things you can also implement to become more resilient yourself. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. So resilience matters because it's essential for navigating life's difficulties, like surfing a wave. And the more you train this muscle, the more resilient you get, the less stressed you will be, which also benefits your mental, emotional, and physical health. In 2016, I started my education as a primary school teacher in Switzerland. I was 31 at the time, and I already knew who I was, and I could not be shaped in the same way as a 20-year-old, naturally. And so a lot of the things that they taught us rubbed me the wrong way. And that was also me to understand that I'm not okay the way I am. And they wanted me to change a lot of things about myself, about how I talked and all the stuff, and it was really tough on me personally to not take this personally, because it's also a system. They try to fit you into a box, and who likes to be fit into a box? I don't think anyone does. So I was really, really deeply unhappy. I felt like I couldn't be my authentic self, even though looking back, when I was in school, I always responded the best to the teachers that were authentic. So it's kind of ridiculous. In 2018, 2 years into my studies, I had a little health scare. I'm not going to get into what that was. It's not relevant. It's just about what it triggered. So it triggered a mindset shift for me, and I decided to start listening to my inner voice again, which might sound woo-woo to some people, but let me tell you, your intuition, your soul is part of you, and the sooner you realize that and start acting on it, the better, and the happier you will be. It's just my opinion. I just realized that I had distanced myself from myself over a span of 20 years. And it was time to change that again. It's hard at first to hear your soul whisper again, because it whispers, that's the thing. It doesn't yell, it doesn't scream. So you first have to drain out all the noise, all the other voices that are saying, do this, do that. And you start to realize what aspects in your life you actually want to do from intrinsic motivation, and what things you're just doing because everyone else does it, or someone told you to do it, or you were just brought up this way. The list goes on. It's also relevant because when it comes to you being a writer of your own material, you really have to dive deep into your own psyche, into your own understanding of the world, and into your beliefs. And same goes for being a teacher. If you're a teacher, you really have to be aware of your beliefs, on what you pass on to your pupils, because most of it is unconscious. So that's why it's important to question your beliefs at times. And that's where I encourage you to take your journal. I already said in a different video that now if you write your own films, you always have to have a notebook with you. So here we go. Just maybe pause this video and think about, what are my beliefs and where did they come from, and do some of them maybe not benefit me? Do they maybe hinder me in striving for my dreams, for my own dreams, not for my mom's dreams, my dad's dreams, whatever it may be? Because we all are conditioned in certain ways by society, by the people who raised us, by the people who surround us. There's also a saying that says you're likely to become like the 5 people you spent the most time with. I'm sure you've heard that one. So maybe have a think about that, and it's not about judging yourself, it's just about becoming aware of those patterns. And some might help you become more resilient, because there might be people in your life that are not the most encouraging, the most positive. And if you become aware of those things, like where does this belief come from that earning money has to be hard, or you're not cut out to go to film school and become a successful filmmaker, or you're just not a lucky one. You get the picture. You can also record your own affirmations, which is what I've done. I mean, you have a phone, right? Record your affirmations. So, why am I happy? Why is everything working out in my favor? You record them for like 2 minutes and then listen to them for at least 21 days in a row. And after that, get back to this video and comment below what has changed for you. I would really love to read about your stories in the comments below. If you've learned something so far, please consider subscribing, like this video and share it with a friend. I've come back to being more of my authentic self, and I've also gotten the feedback from my loved ones that I'm the most authentic person they know, and that's a huge compliment to me. Of course, that doesn't mean that I get along with everyone. On the contrary, it also means that sometimes life is a bit more lonely because I'm just not a yes ma'am. I'm too honest for that. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, but people just can sense if I'm not feeling their vibe. You know what I mean? And then I don't really get engaged in a deep conversation. But on the other hand, I've also gotten to know people that are so on my soul frequency, that are so inspiring to me, and we can go on a deep level of understanding, and that's a beautiful thing. And that's something that's only available to you if you're authentically yourself and if you're genuinely interested in the other person on a soul level. Don't forget to check out my free resources link down below. That's my character bio template that helps you create memorable characters very easily, and my filmmaking starter checklist. Both are completely free. They're linked down below. Looking forward to getting to know you in the comments if you've just subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.